Caption. Called the Three Sisters, corn, beans, and squash were planted together. Caption. Once cameras were invented, photographers took pictures of American Indians in fancy clothes. Everyday clothes were usually much more simple. Domesticating plants and animals. When people learn how to grow a wild plant, we say that plant has been domesticated. Corn has been domesticated for thousands of years. In fact, corn cannot grow without the help of people. Native Americans ate green corn. Green corn is another name for corn on the cob. The season was too short for the corn to fully ripen. Have you ever eaten green corn? Animals can be domesticated too. Native Americans in Wisconsin domesticated only one animal, the dog. They used dogs to pull loads and sometimes for food. Dogs were pets too. What do you think? What do you think the domestication of plants and animals was important? Or why do you think? Do you think life became easier or harder when plants and animals were domesticated? Clothing. No plant in Wisconsin had fibers that could be made into cloth. All clothes were made from animal skins. The men hunted the animals. The women scraped the fur off the skins. Next, they softened the skins and cut them into pieces. Finally, the women sewed or laced skins together with bone needles. In the winter, people wore long leather shirts, leggings, and moccasins. Sometimes clothing for special times was decorated with colored porcupine quills or painted with dyes. In the summer, people wore fewer clothes. Young children often did not wear anything at all. Homes. The people lived in several kinds of houses. During the fall, winter, and spring, they lived in wigwams. The bowl-shaped house had a frame of small branches. Mats of woven grasses or birch bark were then tied to the framework. When the people moved to a new place, they took off the mats. They rolled them up and carried them to the new place. Since families returned to the same areas each year, the old frames were fixed and used again. During the summer, when the band gathered to grow crops and gather food, larger wooden houses were built. Step-by-step wigwam. 1. To build the wigwam, the people cut down straight young trees called saplings. They trimmed off the branches, then they dug holes in the ground. They put saplings in the holes. This held the saplings in place. 2. They bent the saplings over, then lashed them together with cords, vines, or animal skins. This made a frame for the wigwam. 3. Finally, the people covered the frame with bark or mats made of grasses and reeds. They left a door and hole in the top so the smoke from the fire could escape.